They put their heart and soul into the game with a vision of winning for themselves and their country. They put in countless hours perfecting their skills while making so that they will taste victory. These are our athletes, and now it's time to meet them up close.
Hello and welcome to this special Cup Match edition of Up Close with yours truly, Colin Thompson. Here with me today, it's indeed a huge honor and a pleasure to introduce to you all St. George's Cup Match legend, Mr. Lee Raynor. Mr. Raynor, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Colin, for inviting me.
It's great to have you here.
Okay.
Especially around this time of year where everyone's getting ready for the big showdown.
Yep.
And you're looking well. Look like you can still send down a few of us.
Well, I might open up this year, really.
Okay. No, I know you opened the Baton and the Berlin, so which one? You have a choice, or you can do both?
I'll do both.
You do both. Well, it's interesting just to jump right into it. So Somerset obviously have had the cup for quite some time now. They're the dominant team now. And during your career, your time, you were part of a dominant St. George's team and played your entire Cup Match career with the cup. You never lost the cup.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You don't know what it feels to lose.
No.
Wow.
How it feels. See, we had some giants.
Wow.
Like
So
Bumby Simons, Lloyd James, Rupert Scotland, Dick the Trot, Noel Gibbons. I can go down the line. And we had giants there, winners. They were all winners, and we sort of leapfrogged with one another in the game, So,
wow, that
yeah.
indeed some legends,
Yeah.
and yourself included. So, how did you get down St. George's? I know the family is from Southampton area. How did you end up down Wellington?
Well, I had about 4 trial matches with Somerset. And in the trial matches, I really didn't feel comfortable there. Because what happened, it was a few people that wanted to play the last cup match, we seniors. And so the dressing room, it wasn't really welcoming. Like, it was like groups in the dressing room, But I stuck it out, and when I was batting, I felt stiff. And now I got the new ball. Mackey informed me that he got instructions not to give me the new ball.
Mackie Simmons?
Yeah, so I always was 4th change or something like that, after Bon Adverts and Gene Woods and all of them, Bull. But I still managed to get 3 or 4 wickets with the old ball, And I just didn't feel the spirit. That spirit it wasn't like a team for me, a team spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But to make a long story short, Lloyd James gave me a call when I wanted to know what I'm doing. And I didn't know him that good. I said, I want to know if I could go to St. George's on Wednesday with him to watch the team. I said, okay, yeah, I'll be okay. So he came up, picked me up, and I went to St. George's down there. And then Bumby saw me. He came across and shook my hand, and Rupert Scotland and all the big giants there. And they had the cups, And I hadn't bowled the ball, hadn't done nothing. And I felt like a king, there, And make a long story short, the next trial match, my team was in Somerset team. My name was in Somerset in the trial match, and my name was in St. George's. So when I went Raynor's Drive, I had to decide if I'm going to Somerset or if I'm going to St. George's. And I thought about it, and I said, no. I felt so free down St. George's. And Bumby would just throw me the new ball, And I'm getting 5 wickets and 6 wickets in trial matches, And I said, that's the team for me. The players, like, they wanted you to play. You could feel the love, the love of the players. Bumby had everybody together as a unit, And that's what really helped me. was like a family, and protected. Felt like the Lord was protecting me, and Bombay was protecting me, and I was protecting. We were like a fighting machine, you know. Cup match morning came, I would run from Raynors to Somerset and back, just to test my fitness out. Because Bombay, once he threw me the new ball, he wanted to fire right from the start, you know. And in the afternoon, he gives me the old ball again. He wanted to see the same thing. So as he would say, he wanted the old ball look like I'm building new. So the second day, I had to come out with that same fire. So I had to run from Somerset to Raynors. And then I'd walk across through the South Shore and run at the beach the same day and walk back home, got a shower, and relax. And I knew I had to be in tip-top shape because Bombay, he was serious captain. You know, he had a lot of love for the players, but he's a businessman, you know.
No nonsense.
No, he's no nonsense. No. Yeah.
So this year, what was the year? 1960?
1962 was my first cup match.
62. So that year you went to Somerset initially for trials.
Yeah, I had 4 numbers.
And Somerset didn't have the cup. So what made you think, let's try Somerset? Was it you felt maybe you had a better chance in their team?
I always like to play with Sheridan, you know. And Sheridan and I in the league games made big partnerships in the range in the league. Isaac Patton Sheridan, he was left-handed and I was left-handed, right? So Isaac had to patent his style and all that. So and we managed to get the formula together, him and I went to the wicket, and I wanted to play with Sheridan. But how it was up that side, we'll see like politics, I guess, you know. Then they had the Hill Committee. Oh, my last game up there, I felt so nervous. The captain put me middle on, and this guy hit the little baby catch to me, you know, and I dropped it, you know? And a certain person says, "Oh no!" 'Cause he wanted the Hill Committee, and I knew it. You know, as a youngster, I was just, 19, and I said, "Oh man," you know, just dropped the catch, and how I was feeling, and I know, the situation, and I said, "Well, St. George's is definitely for me. They love me. St. George's love me as a person, as a player." And I felt that love the whole time, spectators and everybody.
So it was a bit disappointing that you didn't get that opportunity to play with your brother Sheridan.
Not really, because I thought it was a good move. I felt good amongst Lloyd, the big guys. You know, I didn't consider myself as like Bummy, good as Bummy and Lloyd and all of them. You know,
so
I was just amongst them. You know.
I'm going to get back to that, but I just want to sort of get some more, to explain to our viewers, precisely what roles you play. You were opening batsman, batted left-handed, you said, and you opened the bowling as well, the new ball, as you said.
Well, there was
the left-arm bowler as well.
I did open the bowling once, where Bummy went out, tossed. And he has a habit of saying, "Okay, lads." He used to call us lads, right? "Okay, lads, we're batting." So I'm started taking my boots off. He came across and said, how you feeling? I said, "I feel okay. Put the pads on when you open up with Neville." Batting, right? And I hadn't even opened the Rangers. Never opened the new ball with the Rangers, right? It's cup match morning, crowd buzzing outside. But one thing about Bummy, if he told me to do something, I feel like I can do it. For some strange spirit in me. If Bummy told me to do that, I felt confident that I can do it. So after he told me to put the pads on, I put the pads on. I felt feeling strong. I'm telling Neville, no, I'm going to be what you want to be, Greenwich or Hines? And I said, I'll be Greenwich, you be Hines, and let me face the first ball to get the thing over with. And he convinced me, no, I'm the senior opener.
This is on your debut as a coach.
Yeah.
Where was the game that year?
St. George.
St. George. That's right, because then if you had the cup, the game stayed at your venue.
Yeah.
Ah, that's right.
So now convince me that, look, I'm the senior opener, and it wouldn't look right for you to face the new ball. But I definitely wanted to face the new ball. And Bummy knew I was a fighter, see. And he knew I wasn't afraid.
So now
was an opportunity to show the spectators what a class batsman I was. Instead of being scared, I was excited.
So did you get to open or never open?
Yeah, the first innings 50, got bowled like by Pappy Hensey, leg break. And the second innings 49, bowled like by Pappy Hensey, leg break.
Wow, leg break.
Yeah,
that's your key.
And Pappy always, every time we got together, he always teased me about that. You know, we always had a joke about it. You know, that man. I said, man, gee, I said, the first day when you stripped the leg break and you got me, I said, well, definitely you're not gonna do the second day. You know, and so Pappy told me, look, boy, I said, I couldn't bowl the leg break when you soon as you went in like that because you're sharp and everything. I'm gonna let you get to the wicket, get you feeling comfortable. Then I'm gonna slip your leg back in, and he did that, and he tricked me both innings.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got a 50 first innings.
Yeah.
And was it rewarding? You know the fans come on and the donations, fill the coffin. Yeah. So you made some money that day.
It was rewarding. It was rewarding.
So it was what pound shillings? Back then, 60, was it 61?
No, was it pounds, I think. No, it was shillings. Was it? I can't remember.
Well, it wasn't dollars. Dollars came over later, right? Mm. Awesome.
Yeah.
And 49, just one short of another half century.
Mm-hmm.
But never faced in first ball, though. You didn't face the first ball.
No, never faced the first ball. Yeah.
So what was it like? I mean, the big atmosphere, big stage. I mean,
well, it was electrifying. When I ran, I had to open the bowler, St. George's. Now the captain wants me to open bat.
Wow.
Okay.
Your first cup match.
Yeah, and never opened bat before. In the league, I opened it in the trial matches up at St. George's, once or twice. But yeah, that was something for opening like that. Then you said the buzz of the crowd, and but I felt like a fighter, you always sort of hit your it's kill instinct with class, not crazy kill instinct with class.
So what was it like? You not long before you were up the west trying out for Somerset against some of those players, and then you turn up for St. George's, and you got to face some of those same players.
Yeah.
What was the atmosphere like?
Well, you know something?
What was the intensity like?
You know something? Playing with St. George's, it was a family atmosphere. You had a job to do. It was no more like the individual person player. You just been on and done your job like so. Like for instance, Timmy Edwards was my first wicket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And came out to him and hits the one he opened it. He was opening for Somerset all the time in his trial matches. When I was there. See? And the kill instinct took my measurements, crowd buzzing. I looked down. Tim is ready. I come in for the kill. And my momentum just right. I just finished running Somerset to Rangers. I just finished going to the hotel, getting a massage, and what you call it, massage, and you go in this room, it's hot, steam bath,
yeah.
and all this, right? I'm light as a feather. I feel like a Bermuda test player. Right? I'm ready to dance.
You feel fine.
I'm ready to dance.
You ready to dance?
Yeah, I'm ready to dance. And I'll forget it, the first wicket. The first time, my first over was Carl Swan.
Mr. Buck Juice.
You know, I came down, taking my measurements out, and I had the pleasure of seeing Eugene Woods at his best, and Charles Dauphin, and Alfred Hall. I saw him at his best, like as a youngster with my mother, and it was like magic watching them. Every time they bowled, I couldn't see the ball until it got into the wicketkeeper's hand, right? That same train I took with me to St. George's, right? That same flair that Eugene Woods and Charles and all of them had, I brought down St. George's. But some that didn't realize the presence that they had in the midst, right? They had me just for a plain, just a normal cricketer. I wasn't normal.
So Sheridan was in that team as well, your first one?
Sheridan, yeah.
Did you get to build him?
Yeah, Sheridan, yeah.
How did that turn out?
I think.
Who won the battle of the siblings, the sibling rival?
I think I got Sheridan in one cup match. I don't know if it was that cup match, but one cup match. I got him caught behind Dennis. Dennis caught him. I think Prophet caught him. Kenny Paul, one of them.
And also, this would have this been this era? Were you on the Madden then, right? It wasn't turf wickets then.
No, it was Timmy was Madden.
Was Madden.
Timmy was Madden, and then I did 6 years with Madden. Then the following years was on turf.
Yeah. How was that adjustment for you when we made the transition from the concrete with the matting to turf wickets? That must have been a major adjustment for batsmen and bowlers alike.
It was an adjustment. Somerset, first year on turf, the same effort I used on the concrete I was using, it was just sliding through. Like, it was fast, but it wasn't extremely fast. I used to bowl frightening fast. You see, and that's the that is the key to a fast bowler. You got to bring a little fear with you. If you don't have a little fear, you're just a plain bowler. Number 11 wants to bat you. Right? And you want to have this fear, even though when batsmen have a little doubt about batting you. Okay? But it was fun. I enjoyed it. But a fast bowler's life is 10 years. After 10 years, you're on the decline, see? And I'm going to tell you a little bit joke, but when you're used to seeing people run in that early years, when you're young, and you see them scared and dashing, and then when the years go by, you start running to the wicket quicker than your ball. And you see the batsman staying there like with no fear on his face. You become like a little annoyed, a little like he doesn't afraid no more. Because I then went to decline. 10 years is a fast bowler life. After that, he goes on the decline. But I thank God for that experience, for the terror years. Where I'll tell you a joke. Playing this game, number 3 bats, and we were feeling, and it was told to me, number 3 bat, And we went out to play. He went in the bathroom to use the bathroom, and he called the captain. He says, "Hey, so-and-so, if something happens, tell the captain to send the next man in. I'm using the bathroom."
Well, did you stay? You mentioned, after a while you went on the decline a bit, or you lost a bit of pace, as they say.
Yeah.
Did you go, come on first chance, second chance? Did they mix you up throughout your time? No. So you're always open.
In St. George's, I opened the world right through.
Right.
The only change was when I was captain.
What about at
The year I was captain, I am
St. George's?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I was captain in '77. My last cup match.
Yeah, last year.
Yeah. That's when Lionel Thomas made 150. Yeah, Lionel Thomas. That's when they had Jones. Remember the guy Jones was in the team? He only played one cup match. I got him in the cup match team. He used to play for Nationals, I think. The West Indian guy.
Wow. Got the opportunity. Was that a huge honor for you to captain
Oh yeah.
St. George's in cup match?
It was an honor, but it when I was captain, the only thing I regret was the time of my breaking up with my wife, because mentally I was messed up. Mentally, I really couldn't think properly, and St. George's gave me the honor to be captain, to decide, right? And I was telling my son Lee, at one stage, I was out there at that time, but I was wondering what I was doing out there. Could you imagine? After a lot of people don't realize what the divorce does, when you break up your family, what it does to your brain. I was in cup match day, captain, looking around at the crowd, no feeling, numb. I mean, numb, and wonder what am I doing like this? Isn't that something?
And 77, that was your last year.
Yeah.
And so you had determined that you were gonna bow out that year, or did you have
I sent St. George a letter. Appreciation. Thank you for taking me, and I hope something that I did was good for you, and blah blah blah. Then letter, and I gave to Mr. Casey, and that was
Is that the president?
it was Oliver Casey. He was the selection committee, and that's how it ended. And the glory, the start, and the end, messed up.
Was it the fact you had the cup that you always had the cup?
Yeah.
It didn't become a challenge anymore. Kind of became stale.
You know something?
Because you never lost it.
When I was bowling, even in the nets, a lot of my own players, not St. George's, but Rangers, didn't want to bet me. Refused. Because when I was playing in the nets, I was playing like cup match. I couldn't play for fun. Okay? Yeah, I was seeing a cowboy movie where the Lone Ranger or something, and everybody's looking to get the glory, to kill him, to shoot him, maybe a fast shooter. In the cowboy movies, where the guy, he's got the
they have the face off.
Yeah, he's got the face
the showdown. The shootout.
Or he wants to make a name for himself, or the guy young wants to make a name for himself. That's my whole career in bowling in particular, right? A lot of players, batsmen try. If you make some good runs off Lee Raynor, you're pretty good, right? And I stop you from doing that. Right? That was my theory. I just stopped you from doing that.
Motivated, you got to keep them in check.
Yeah. So I had to keep in shape. I had to keep in shape all the time,
But you were young. You were still young.
Yeah.
When you decided to bow out.
35, yeah. I had enough of it because I said what I was going through, like divorce, and then I started to drink more. You see, and then I became the guy at the end of the bar, line them up, just drinking. Okay, and so that's the phase that I went through. That I took my divorce very hard, like sort of, but no one could come to you. A lot of people probably want to, but they don't know what to say, or they don't know what to say to you, Okay, and
Some people may not know what you're going through
yeah, and
and just think you're having a
Yeah.
good time.
yeah.
And we see that
But
a lot,
but some of them,
unfortunately.
they didn't. So, but I had good times. Just that last cup match.
What will be the highlight for you in cup match? Rather bad, no. But actually, before we go, let's just mention, you bowled the 242 overs, 79 maidens, 541 runs, 35 wickets. I don't know what the average is. We're going to work that out. But also from 22 innings, you had 3 not-outs and 515 runs with a high score, 100 not out. Talk about that.
Mhm.
A century in cup match. Not 50, not 49.
Yeah.
100 not out. Where was it? Was it in St. George's?
It was up Summers.
Up Somerset.
Now,
In Sheridan's backyard.
that was the year that I made Reggie Tuckenheim for the pick of Bermuda over the Rangers, betting against Michael Holding. Michael Holding and Salmon, I think it was. Coach Hart was captain. The pick of Bermuda, right? And for some reason, Coach comes up to me and says, "Lee, would you mind opening up?" You have to open. You have to open. This is the pick of Bermuda. I'm the open bowler, ready to roll, right? What I opened. So I said, yeah, that'd be fine. I just made 70 against Michael Holding about 3 weeks or 4 weeks before that, right? And Reggie Tucker made 120. Reggie Tucker made 120 against Michael Holding. Okay, a lot of people he don't get his praise for that,
It's amazing.
God, yeah. And after making the 70, I became like a different bat. I was pretty good as it was, right? But after making the 70 against Michael Holding, I became I felt like a test.
Boosted your confidence.
I felt like a test batsman, right?
You sure that was a test bowler? One of the best at it, I might add.
And he said, "Okay, that's when Glasson Z. Brown and I opened. He got it early. He ducked from a ball, and the ball hit the back of his bat, and the wicket corner. He went, like in the back of the bat.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, after that innings, when then Holford, Silver's cousin and all that, and leg breaks and all that stuff. And after that, it didn't. Hey, I just felt like a test bat, right?
Mm-hmm.
I made a terrible mistake, and all the youngsters, you hear my voice, do not do that. What I'm going to say. I went to my uncle's bar on the day before cup match. I like to go there to hear the cup match talk to build myself up. And for some reason, somebody said, "Have a burley." I refused, and then all of a sudden I accepted, right? So I started drinking beer. Bacardi and Coke. Then and then the thought struck me, it's cup match tomorrow. And the guy sitting next to me, I said, you come to cup match tomorrow? I'm half drunk, right? I didn't tell him that. I'm just, right? I said, you come to cup match tomorrow? He said, yeah, Lee. I'm old, I'm going to make 100. Yeah. The bartender, my cousin, man, right? He was trying to enjoy. Hey, Lee, come on, man. Take it easy, man. Take it easy.
The great Clark.
Take it easy. Earl Howard comes in. No, I mean, the bar until it's closed. Cup match tomorrow. Right? I'm in tip-top shape. Probably that's the reason why I didn't feel really, And Earl Howard comes in. No, I'm sorry. They took me to Rangers Club after that. Right? Went to the bar. Shelby, Quentin, not Shelby. What Shelby's brothers died? Oh man, my mind's going. You talk of Shelby's brother, Kimball Tucker. He's a bartender at Rangers. Just let me come his Somerset, right? He puts a 40 Bacardi here in front of me, and the crushed ice and chaser, and I'll start drinking. You can't remember? Earl Howard comes in the bar, and it's Somerset, right? Earl, drunk. And my Uncle Howard comes in and sees me. Said, Lee, come on, give me by the arms. Oh, no, take him up the road, in his trunk, right? Earl Howard put me in his trunk. Earl Howard, somebody, I said, let's go down Middle Road to the Portuguese bar. Remember that Portuguese bar was on those? Stop the Portuguese bar. Didn't know no Portuguese number. I said, you come and cut my tomorrow, I'm going to make 100. Went home to my wife at that time, Virginia. He says, oh, no, Lee. Oh, no. You're drunk. It's cup match tomorrow. I said, don't worry. You got the children's cup match clothes? Yes, yeah. I said, no, I'm going to make 100. Right? I laid on the couch. Woke up the next morning. Went down by the water seaside, took a swim. And then got all my stuff together. Then cup match. Dennis was captain. Dennis Van Ryn. Went in his restroom. I was in such shape. My mind was still with no hangover, nothing. And I was just waiting for the game to start, man. Just sitting there waiting. And Dennis, hey Lee, come here, man. I'm going to pick you. Dennis took me aside and says, look, I'm got you to open bet or number or after Lloyd James. Which one? I said, anything. You decide. You decide. Okay, follow Lloyd James. When I followed Lloyd James, right, I took my guard. This is what when I was coaching, this is what I was trying to tell the youngsters. When you're betting, keep your eye on the ball. Right? Don't worry about the arm. Just watch the ball, right? All the time. And after a while, the ball becomes magnet. You become like magnetized to it. Then you start having fun, right? And then you get in another zone, right? Okay. And so I'm gonna take my guard. Forgot about what I said. I'm gonna make 100 and all that. Took my guard. I'm done. Taking my guard. I'm watching who else burning coming down. Looking for the ball. Right? The ball comes over. Boom, 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 boom. And after a while, it's just me and the ball. Everybody's blocked out. The fielders were all blocked out. Just me and the ball. Boom, playing the ball, having fun, right? Made a cover drive to one side, and the crowd roared. And I so happened it was over by the scoreboard. And I happened to look up and say 96 or 94. That's when I snapped out of it. That 6 runs was like making 40.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was trying to get the youngsters to get into that. You and the ball, right? You and the ball. So this is why I was against them. I'm 20 over. 20 over. It ruins your mentality of betting. You do things. See, that you don't want to do. Huh? Because everybody's like, "Hey man, that was good. Hit the ball, man, hit the ball." And you're there.
Yeah.
And then when you look, you got out, you're mad.
Yeah, you got to move.
Right.
You got 20 overs.
Yeah, 20 overs. Right, and this and that, right? And so this is why I was against the over game when they came in, because it ruined our cricket.
The 50 overs, when 50 overs.
Yeah.
Carry back.
No, the 50 over was okay for us because we just played it like once in a while. 50 over game.
What was it, 60? Originally it was 60, wasn't it? Was it 60
No,
when it first started overs?
No, I'm talking about the 20 over. The 20 of them, now they have every Sunday 20 overs.
T20, yeah.
The 220 is what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, man.
Yeah, the 220 because 50 is almost a game. Anyhow.
They even got it lower than that now. You've got other versions.
50 is
shorter version.
50 is almost,
yeah.
You know.
But so, take us back to that last, what was it, 6 runs, 4 runs?
Yeah. And
what take us through that. Well, you know, how did you take us through that?
Scotland and I, you know.
Rupert
and I was just playing, when Scotland made 120. No, I made 100 now. That's when we broke the record. Still stands.
And that was the
biggest partnership that ever was made in a cup match. Any partnership. 229 runs.
And that was...
He made 120, I made 100.
And it was up Somerset.
Up Somerset.
Wow. Yeah. And that was for which wicket? Which partnership was that?
What was this? It was any partnership.
Right. Well, it was overall.
Overall.
Okay.
But let's say it was about 5th, 6th or something.
5th wicket, right. Yeah, but overall.
Overall was the biggest partnership.
And all that after the night you had.
Yeah. And
wow.
I sort of, when I came in, dressing room, Dennis wanted to give me like a little break, you know. So he took the team out, and I was still in the dressing room. I started trying to catch myself, right? Then I went out the ball, I'd already bowled 1 or 2 overs, right? You know, before I came on, before I started to bowl, you know, again.
Right, because you had been at the crease that long.
Yeah.
So what was it like when you got, you know, to the century and the people come on the field?
Yeah, you can lift you up in there.
What about the guys the night before you told them that you were going to make 100? Did you see it?
Yeah, shaking their heads and boy, yeah, some boy. But yeah. So
wow.
But that's
what Sheridan say.
Sheridan. He knew my ability. Sheridan, he knew that I can go way above at times, you know, in the game. Yeah, that's why he put me in a certain position in the batting order, like, you know, usually him and I to the wicket. You know, a team can have 300 runs. It's not feared or nothing. You know, it's just a matter of, like I say, watching the ball from the bowler's hand, and wow, it's just the ball. You're playing that before.
So you're proud of those achievements?
Yeah, we're very proud. We're very proud of it. But but nice to have a cup match ticket posted to my house to go cup match free.
You've earned it. You've certainly earned it.
I had to go down and ask for a ticket. You know, I had to go down there and to collect my ticket. You know, Sheridan's ticket was always sent by Somerset. And Sheridan's ticket was always sent. But it was something with St. George's, man. These guys are Parford, Dickie Trott, Noel Gibbons, Jonah, you know, Bummy, Neville, Alfred, Jackie Durham, whatever. They were giants. You know, it was a joy to be in the midst, you know. And everybody in the dressing room, I pulled them one of them, making you feel like when I was younger, you know. Made me feel like I'm some sort of bowler, right? You know.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I couldn't even imagine what it was like. I mean, Lloyd James was our coach at Warwick when we were playing, when I was playing youth cricket, and just knowing his reputation, his legacy, just to be in his presence, all of us felt inspired, felt privileged.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and I always called him the gentle giant. You know, he was smooth. You know, until he got a bat in his hand, and you know, he'll send you out the park.
See, you know something? You remember you said Lloyd James. When he called me to come down St. George's to watch, he had in his mind for me to play for St. George's. Right? After my third cup match, we were going down. I was in the car with him. Alvin, him, and Alvin in front, I was in the back. And when we got by I'll never forget it, by the airport, him and Alvin was laughing. You know, and Lloyd said, Lee, you remember when I call you and tell you come down with me? Come down. I don't want to be no parts of you in a cup match. So he didn't want no parts of me.
He got you on his team.
So I don't want no parts of you in a cup match.
Wow. Was when he got the racket, when he got the previous racket, obviously Gennaro's come and broken that now. Mm-hmm. Were you part of that? Was that a junior era as well? Or?
And Lloyd?
And Lloyd had the racket.
We got two rackets. We had two rackets on that.
Yeah. He had the racket.
When I was 19, we broke a racket. He made the racket.
So when did he get the highest score at the time? When was that? Were you part of that team then?
Yeah.
What was that like? That innings? Can you remember that innings?
I felt protected. And something can put any ball on. Didn't seem like it meant nothing to me because the way Lloyd was batting, you know. I felt protected.
So he shielded you. I mean, he obviously he must have scored a strike.
No, he just went. Yeah, you're right. He went on the warp off. He went on the warp off, and I was just sort of making my little twos here, or once in a while a four, and thing. And he's just blasting a bit, you know.
The junior, he just rotate the strike.
I'm running up and down like I'm doing it.
If not, he's going to come down the crease and have some runs. Now look, young man, I brought you down here. Don't forget that. Lord bless his soul, and Sheridan and all those no longer amongst us, who've certainly left their mark in the annual classic.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention, actually, also that time, that era, they had the cup match boat and stuff. How did you travel to the ground? Did you come up in the boats? The teams like Somerset would come down on the boat, or St. George's would go up in the boat. How did you get to the games back then? Well, you just made your
we've been on the boat 1 year, I think. But we used to stay at Grotto Bay. All of our kids used to work out somewhere with the team. It can stay in the Grotto Bay Hotel and thing. And but it was a spirit, man. The cup match was. You don't feel no spirit, no. You know the reason why you don't feel the spirit? Because right now, the people that are running cup match, are running sports, they don't know how to build a team. No trial matches. Standard. It's supposed to be a standard trial matches, right? You're going and a scout's supposed to be going around and looking for. See, cup matches more than Somerset than St. George's. St. George's got away from that. Somerset grabbed onto that and they took a lot of licks, right? Now, St. George's was taking the same thing. They wanted to go around the club and take all the league players, right? And Somerset, same thing. Like it's got it. But we got to have these trial matches, and we're going to have these denial of the team announced. See, that's cup match spirit. Remember? Had to go down to St. George's and see who's playing. Now they tell you about a month or two before the game cup match comes. Who's going to play? Huh?
No, there's a lot of speculation, and they still, you still get that tradition that still there. The people will convene at the clubs on the night and wait for the board to come out. Yeah. Right? The little scratchy board. I wonder if they still use their same board.
Yeah, but that was...
And wait for the team to be announced. Yeah. Obviously, now you've got the internet, social media, so they have all the different means of getting it out there. Yeah. So it has evolved a bit.
Yeah, yeah, but the spirit seems to go on, right? I'm just going to devote just for a second, right? Once you make cup match, in my time, you're eligible for a pick of Bermuda. And all the players knew that, right? You couldn't be no pickup Bermuda and not playing a cup match. Not a cup match player. Got it? That was a standard. And all the whole Bermuda knew that. To make a pickup Bermuda, you got to be a cup match player. Got it? So everybody was fighting to get in the cup match, man. Then when you made the cup match, the next step was pick up Bermuda. Right? Now, some guys, oh, look, he's young. He's playing some good shots. He can give us some years. Got it? So this side was we had a standard league, right? Make sure your team, when your team be champions, league champions, right? Cup match, trial matches. You had people that knows what they're doing, right? Watching the players, right? Picking them, not worrying about anybody hanging around the club. Pick him or something, But and then when you got your cup match team, night of the cup match, go down and watch. You're in the cup match. After the cup match, what the most beautiful thing you saw at that time? When Somerset and St. George combined. Boy, that was dynamite. England test team came here. The Bomby captain, Titmus, it was Brian Close captain, Underwood,
Derek Underwood,
Peter Russell, Truman, you had you had to, and it was 10 test players with service,
yeah,
playing for them now, to show you the type of thing we had, right? That team was St. George's and Somerset combined. And it was a special feeling to me. After playing cup match down St. George's or up Somerset and really trying to give them the licks and really trying to bombard them, then all suddenly we all come together for one cause to beat this England star. And nobody told me, oh man, like they said, oh man, gee, let's see what happens. Let's play vanilla. Bumby wouldn't allow that. Oh man, that test players, we know they can beat us, but let's play for the experience. But Bumby would get you out of that side in a minute. You start talking like that, Bumby, you won't be in the Bumby side. Let's play the test players. We know the test players, so they'll be, huh? So that type of gumby business was out in my time. Got it? But now you see like little baby little thing, let's play them, let's try them. It's for experience, man, for the next, right now.
So that game was at Somerset, the two combined teams?
Somerset.
Yeah. So how did that turn out?
We beat them.
You beat them?
Yeah, we beat them. We beat them. Parvin and I cleaned them out the first innings. And Joe Bailey took about 4 or 5 wickets the second innings. Okay? And if you had Parvin at his best, right? Sheridan at his best. People like that. Charlie Dolphin.
And not even Service could save him.
No.
Sir Gary.
Service was playing with them.
Yeah. And he couldn't save him.
No.
So who got his prize wicket?
Parvin first ball. I got him down the Nationals. About second ball. In my mind, or in part of my mind, oh man, I got to build a certain special ball. That's Service. My same deadly disposition, quiet that I had in my spirit. That's the same thing in building test players. But now we changed our whole. We even changed how we walk.
So it was business as usual, regardless of your stature.
Yeah.
You're a human like me.
Yeah. Because that's why I said, man, I got second watching us play like foreign teams, acting like we're very little boys and the champions, huh? Don't go like that. This is what, and we had in bombing. I can say again, he's the best captain that Bermuda's ever had, man. His attitude, right? His demeanor, and players pay attention to him. If you didn't want to pay attention, well, you're not in his team.
You mentioned about trials moments ago. How many trials? What was the standard for trials back then? How many trials?
5. You had to pay. No, to get in a cup match, you had to pay 5 trial matches. If you didn't pay 5 trial matches, you weren't eligible. No matter how many centuries you made or what you did, if you didn't pay 5 trial matches, you weren't eligible for cup. Now this was principle.
So when did these matches? When would they start? When would the season run back then?
Okay, sometimes they played on Saturday, trial match,
Mm-hmm.
and they put them in between, and the league would back down because the cup match, how important cup match is. Right? The league would even cancel game for the cup match and then bring it back in somewhere else again because that's the key. You play cup match, you're eligible for Bermuda pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
So back then, I know at one time we used to play our sports on a Thursday. Did that apply with cricket as well?
Yeah,
they played
on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what days would you play? Thursdays, Saturdays?
I was real young there for Thursday. Yeah. I was sort of young. I played a few Thursday games, but I can't remember.
You mentioned a few other players you played with, St. George's and your Eldon. Is that your cousin, Eldon?
Cousin, yeah.
He played as well. You played. Was he in the same team with you down there?
Mm-hmm.
What was that like?
That was lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eldon had this free spirit about how he played in this game. His fluid strokes. You see him now, his cuts and his drives, and see what happened. Man, that team was so magnificent. Where you had to perform. This guy do something. When it's your turn, right? You're special. See what happened? At my time, cup match players were special. Okay, they were special, and people look up at you as special. Right? You go in the bank, do your business. You're looked at as special. Okay, and but now you got. I hate to talk like that, but you just got anybody in cup match, like sort of, Just got anybody in cup match. Someone will want to be cup match players.
You mentioned also about the camaraderie, how close, tight knit you guys were, and for you, some of those players are no longer around. Your brother, cousin Eldon, teammate Lloyd, Timmy Edwards, your rival, Jack Bully, as he used to call me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uncle Harley gave him that name,
Yeah.
or I believe, was that Uncle Harley's name, Jack Bully?
Yeah, that was
Right, but he called me Jack Bully because he always thought I was a Raynor when I was doing the pictures with Sheridan, and I knew what he meant, and I actually thought it was I felt honored, because of what Harley represented as far as the Grands. But when you reflect back, you miss some of these guys. You must, what's it like, for you now? Some of your teammates are going. How do you cope with that?
Oh, I really miss them. There's nothing you can do but miss them. You thank God for the life. You thank Him for the time that was here, and you move on. You got to move on, see. But we got to pray for Dennis Van Ryk because he's not doing the good right now. Your boy, my man, Bummy, is not doing good. Noel's in hospital. There's 3 people that the whole island needs to be praying for. Noel Gibbons entertained the whole island. Bummy Simons and Dennis. So Bermuda, they need your prayers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I pray for everyone every day.
Yeah.
Every day, because I'm grateful as well.
Yeah.
I'm grateful as well for the works that the Lord has done in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I can I can emphasize with some of the things that you said, because I've also, had challenges along the way, alcohol,
Yeah.
being one of those,
Yeah.
so,
Mhm.
I'm glad,
Yeah.
to be free,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
I am. Well, I had the same
Be
problem.
recovered,
Yeah. I had the same problem after cricket. I got caught up in cocaine. Yeah, it hit me pretty bad, And then and God stepped in and fixed me up,
Mhm. And you're looking well. He's done a great job. I'm serious. He's done an absolutely great job, because you look
Yeah.
you look awesome.
Yeah, good God, man.
Yeah.
God's gone. Satan was laughing at me. Satan was laughing.
He wanted some fire. He wanted some pace burner. He wanted a pace burner in his camp. He had you for a while, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he?
But God had other plans.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I really appreciate you thinking of others,
Yeah.
and praying for others.
Yeah.
Wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
You really have a big heart, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I can see, the the grateful, how grateful you are to have been given another opportunity. But yes, definitely keep them in prayers. And
Yeah.
and I miss some of those as well,
Oh, yeah.
Coach Lloyd and Sheridan.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting that Sheridan and I got an opportunity to help rebuild Wellington Oval with Sheridan, back in 2003.
Mm.
And that was a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great
You
experience.
told me Sheridan.
Uh,
That's who taught me to build express space. See, a lot of people don't realize a fast bowler. You can be a fast bowler, or you can be an express pace bowler. Express is just a little faster than fast. Express pace, you can terrorize. Okay? And I was waiting for Sheridan this day. He's got a saw. And said, Lee, you know something? You can bowl but 3 shades faster, I said, yeah. Before you let the ball go, let your left shoulder point that fine leg first and follow through. And from that day on, batsmen start to run. Got it?
and they didn't have helmets back then either, right?
Nah.
All this other fancy petting.
They start to run.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
I see my co-producer's giving me a signal just to wrap it up. So before we go, CLose, anything else you want to throw out there? Any advice you give to some of the youngsters? I mean,
this is something I like to leave with the youngsters. So anytime your captain is going to give you the new ball, or give you the old ball, he says, look, I want you to bowl to a good length. Even some of these senior bowlers don't know what a good length is, You have to know how to bowl a good length. You have to speak it so it'll be in your mind. Put both your hands in your pockets, and you say, a good length is a ball. You bowl in such a position that you leave the batsman in between 2 minds, whether to go back or forward. And when they're thinking about it, you're getting them out. I'll say it again slowly for the bowlers. Put your hands in your pockets and keep it in your brains. A good length is a ball that you bowl in such a position that you leave the batsman in between 2 minds, whether to go ahead or go forward. And when he's thinking about it, you're getting him out.
There you have it, folks. Good advice from the legendary Mr. Lee Raynor. Mr. Raynor, again, I just want to thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for coming here and sharing
And thank you.
so many wonderful things that you've shared with us today.
Thank you for calling me.
Yeah, so I'm really
Appreciate it.
I've really enjoyed this. I mean, we can go on. You're talking about test. We can have a Friday test right now. Unfortunately, we've run out of time. But I just want to say again, thank you for joining us, and wish you all the best in your endeavors. And keep up the good work. You're looking good. I think you might be able to play some 2020. You know, that's a little shorter.
Okay.
I think that may suit you. You may have a change of heart about that.
Okay.
And first, before I go, I just want to say thank you for joining in. I just want to wish you a happy, a safe, and prosperous cup match, and best wishes to your team. And I look forward to seeing you again here real soon on Up Close with yours truly, Colin Thompson.